You guys, at the end of the day, at the end of your life, do not be a woulda, shoulda, coulda. You don't want to live that life, man. You want to do this. Try it out. Why not? Yes, Coach Mitch, let's get into this today. These are 5 reasons why people tell me, or sometimes I can tell through their behavior, they never felt they can go through the CBP process and get that badge. Whether it can be for FBI, CBP, BP, it doesn't matter. These are 5 of the most constant reasons are things I feel from them over the past 7 years that tell me this is why it took them so long to get in front of me for my interview coaching, okay? The first one's always, it's this fear of not being good enough. So say you go to the airport, you see CBP in action, you're like, oh man, those uniforms look pretty cool, they sound pretty smart. I don't think I could be like that. Or they see a Border Patrol person, see an FBI person, or a Secret Service person. I mean, how do you think they got to where they got to, you know? The first thing they had to have some belief in themselves, or somebody had to believe in them, like I do with my clients here, and I show them you can do this. And it's always after the first session, things start to be, oh my gosh, Coach Mitch is right. I can do this. In the past 7 years, over 1,400 plus people I've coached, I hear this consistently. I can do this. And then what happens to? When we get for the second interview, you see they can by their behavior. They can do this. The way they answer the questions, there's more boldness. There's more competency. There's more confidence in their answers. There's more self-esteem in that, yes, I can do this. So that's the number one thing I see all the time. People feel they can't do it. Number 2, why start it? I'll just fail, right? Or they fear they're gonna fail the process. So the first test, you gotta take a course, right? Then you gotta get into the medical and the physical. Then you go for the structured interview. Then you go for the poly background check and all that kind of good stuff, right? The reason why I focus on the structured interview is because that's the only part of this whole process where you have complete dominance over. You have control over. You can truly make that or break it for you is a structured interview. If you don't pass, it's a 6-month wait for the interview. There's a lot of weight on that interview to pass the interview. This is why I'm so focused on you guys to pass this, because I know once you get past that, you feel confident. You just go on and push on through. But that's number 2. People feel they're going to fail the process, so they don't even try to get involved, or they make excuses, or they just say, I can't do it, I can't do it. Number 3, most of my clients are cross-career. So they are already working a career or a long-term job 8, 9, 10 years, right? Because I'm in that, my main clientele is between 22 and 45. Those folks have careers already or long-term jobs. And so the challenge of it is that comfort, you guys, in reality, it kills growth. For you guys who already been through my program, you already know how we feel about that. I don't want you guys comfortable. Even if you get, after you pass, you get your badge, I don't want you comfortable. I want you to always challenge yourself. Say you get a CBPO, right? Become an OFO. I want you to look around and say, oh, that's investigations. I wonder how they get in that. Oh, that's K9. How do they get there? BP, you guys same way. Oh, that's Borstar. How do you do that? What is Bortec? How do I get into that? FBI, you have so many different types of investigations you can get into and skill sets. It's not even funny, right? Uniform Division Secret Service. Sometimes you go into Special Agent Secret Service. The uniform comes off, cool clothes come on, right? There are so many ways to get out of your comfort zone that is healthy for you. You don't want to be in a comfort zone all the time. That's just not healthy for you because it stops growth. It stops you guys from moving on. I'm in my late 50s. Most people I know my age don't even go to the gym anymore. I always go to the gym. I go to the gym 5 or 6 times a week. I never want to be comfortable. I want to go there and sweat and, do my thing because I don't want to be comfortable, right? In my coaching program, I like people who feel like they can't do it. That's my challenge, right? Because I show them they can. And then what do I get? I get that reward. I get that letter. I get that text, that email that says, hey, you know what? I passed, Coach Mitch. It's hard for me too. I'm not comfortable with some of my folks because they come to me low esteem, low expectations. But after that first meeting, they're ready to go. I'm telling you, I see this all the time. So don't be comfortable with your career. You always want to be at the point where you want to challenge yourself. Number 4 is a biggie. I don't want to do it because I don't know what to expect. Well, yes, you do. I've got over 200 videos on my smaller channel. I got over 400 here. You guys do know what to expect because I'm here for you. I have very few people, maybe 3 or 4, who I somehow missed in answering a question. I answer all questions. Everybody knows that. I have a 2-hour turnaround for my emails. I have a 1-hour turnaround for my text. I do respond to everything because I care about your future. I care about where you're going. I mean, you have to care because you and I talk for maybe actual coaching, maybe 5 hours. That's tops. That's my biggest package I have is 5 hours worth of talking, right? After that, you're going on. If I didn't care, I'd say, have fun. But I always reach out, see how you guys are doing, right? Just this weekend alone, Nancy I wrote to her first. I asked her how she's doing. She's in the academy right now for BP. Ethan's in the academy also for BP. So my folks, I like to keep up, see how they're doing, My friend Cecilia, another of our students here, of our clients here, she's kicking butt too. I like to keep up with all my folks, to see how they're doing. And so, you guys, the fear of the unknown is not an excuse. It just isn't. It's a sloppy excuse, and it's not an excuse at all. It doesn't even qualify for an excuse. You're just putting walls in front of yourself. That's what you're doing. But they're speed bumps. They're not walls. You got to go over that stuff and keep on going. You can't let that stuff stop you. Plus, you have a guide. I'm right here. 7 years of doing this. This is what I do. This is what I teach. This is me. You have questions. You want to get out of that career you're in right now and you're tired of doing what you do every day and, there's no more blah, blah. Come on. Stop the excuses. You are only here on the earth one time. I want you, when you get to my age, to feel like me. I don't have anything I don't have a huge bucket list because I've done everything I want to do. All of it, I wanted to go in the military. I really want to serve my country. I've always wanted to be in law enforcement. I did that too, I've always wanted to get education. Then I want a higher education. Did that too. And my biggest thing I ever done, I got to marry the woman of my dreams. That's for me. It's awesome. 12 years now, right? That's a big deal for me. But I didn't let even her. I mean, every man has a woman he considers really, really beautiful, right? My wife is that. So when I first saw her, I was really like, wow, But I had to go and ask her, to talk to me and take her to dinner, because you can't let fear stop you, And so you can't let fear stop you, especially you, because you have me. Do I know all the answers? No, but you guys know. I tell you on email, say, you know what? I might not know that exact answer, but I'm going to reach out to my colleague who's going to help me answer it for you. That's how that works. You guys, at the end of the day, at the end of your life, do not be a woulda, shoulda, coulda. You don't want to live that life, man. You want to do this. Try it out. Why not? I don't work for CBP. I'm not a recruiter, but I'm telling you, it's a darn good career. It's a really good life to have. If you're interested in just a little bit, go online, apply. It's free to apply. It doesn't hurt you at all. But don't sit there at my age working your job for 40 years that you hate and looking back and say, gee, I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Boy, I just didn't want, I was scared. I didn't know what's going on. People who know me really well, it's like people pass, they die in life, right? Some people who never do anything in their lives, same routine for 70, 80 years, don't do anything at all, they die. I'm always wondering how they die because in many ways they never lived. And you don't want to be that. You want to be here who's so-and-so, she lived a great life, he lived a great life, he took on every challenge, she took on every challenge. Okay? Give yourself a chance. If you have any interest in federal law enforcement, go onto the site and check it out. If you have questions, MitchJEducationHub@gmail.com. I'm here for you, all right? Take care, you guys. Please continue your mission. Bye-bye.